Oh,
You have said you blackity black, I'm black y'all, I'm blickety black, I'm black y'all. That's what you have put out there. That
yep,
means you can't talk to nobody but black people.
right.
And as I said before, you sitting up here in Philadelphia, Delaware, and other places you sitting up at, why aren't you in Senegal? I'm just saying, why aren't you there? I mean, you can't get no blacker than Senegal or Nigeria or Kenya, Ghana, you know, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I mean, why aren't you there? It's just that simple. Much as you talking, they don't have a quote unquote snowbody crisis in those African countries because snowbodies is like if they are there, they're extremely minimal. You wouldn't know what to do if you moved to an African country. You wouldn't know what to talk about. That's why you're behind still here. But anyway, yeah, Umar, he worried about his bag, y'all. That's what this all about. He do not want them black women to even get that in his head. He gonna make 100 videos about this to absolve himself. Listen, if I gotta make 1,000 videos to tell some people that's supposed to be supporting me that that's not what it is and all of that, man, look, I don't need that kind of support. That's too stressful. That's way too stressful. Maybe Umar in the future should be an educator and worry about opening up the school and not worry about people's relationships. Now, listen, you can disagree with people's relationships, but you're not in that relationship, so that's how far as you can go with it. You don't do it. You get the woman that you feel is best, or man you feel is best for you. No, it's not everybody's responsibility to be in everybody's personal business unless you're out here raccooning. Then that's a little different. That's a little different. Now, there was another comment that was left that said that, well, he is right because if black men, pass away, the money goes to other communities. And that right there, it kind of, I'm glad the woman said that because it almost set me off. But it set me off because y'all view black men just like the white supremacists. Black men are only good to be used and abused.
Yep,
And if he can't be used and abused,
yep,
then he's no good. Listen, so many people have made so much money off of the deaths of black men.
yep,
The biggest one we can think of is George Floyd.
yep,
George Floyd, Black Lives Matter got $90 million. Every time these black men die, everybody get in the bag. So even in our community, in their mind, they really think. I'm gonna tell you, and I need to do a video about this. The biggest issue why people complain about, especially black men, more than the women, that date outside the community, is because you view black men that date outside the community as high value men.
yep.
That's why
Oh,
it's a problem.
oh, oh,
You view high
oh.
value black men that date and marry within the community. LeBron James, there you go. He's a billionaire now. His wife is black. But that's not good enough. But because in your mind, you think that every man that's outside the dates out or married outside the community, you don't find out why they did it, how they met. You don't know the environment. Nobody goes to ask that question to those people to
Exactly.
find out like what's the consensus. It's just, oh well, if he died, his money gonna go so and so. So basically, all the black man was worth is his money.
Right.
And then realistically, no money is community property. That's the dumbest argument ever. Nobody dies and it goes to a community of people. It goes to individuals. You
Right.
have a life insurance policy. You don't write, make sure my money goes to the black community. That's not how it works. They say, who's your beneficiaries? And I
Yeah.
know because a lot of you don't deal with life insurance. I know, and it's a big thing that we don't do in the black community, and we hurt our families when we don't do that. You spend 25 dollars on a policy that'll get you $250,000, $300,000. So if something happened to you, your kids don't have to worry on Facebook begging people for donations to bury your behind. But they have a thing called beneficiaries. In other words, what people you want this money to go to when you pass
Exactly.
Well, I will say black men or black women, right? Because black women marry, outside the community too. So, say if a black woman passed away, she's married to she's married to a black man. It's going to go to that black man. It's not going to the black community. And no money is community property. None. That's a silly argument. And making that argument out of ignorance let you know how y'all really think about black men.
Right.
That black men is only a bag to you. They're
Yep.
not human beings worth love, worth attention, worth affection, having a quality of life, building a good thing with a black man. And maybe the more you think like that, that black men are only worth a bag, and that's how you think about them. That's why your argument is they don't need to be outside of the community because of money going over there. Then that's the reason why some of you ain't got a black man.
Right.
Because you thinking that he's only worth freaking money. And you
Exactly.
got a terrible spirit for that.
Exactly.
And brothers have picking up on them ugly ways.
Exactly.
And Umar want to call him a beta male. He the biggest beta male out here.
Yep.
The biggest one.
Yep.
He got to do all that pandering to single mothers just so he can get a bag.
Exactly.
That's more beta male than anything. And then let me wrap this up. The reason why I'm talking about this with Umar, I know you Umar fans going, brother, that's not right. That's all cold, man. Forget y'all. Forget all y'all. I'm not on. I'm a man that stand alone. And if I see something, I call it out. I'm not on nobody's team. I'm
Right.
not on nobody's group. I've been alone for a long time. I've learned that men, like you say, eagles fly alone. I
Exactly.
don't need a crowd.
Exactly.
Now, people that support me, great. I'm with them. I rock with you that support me. But I'm not on anything. Ain't nobody above me saying something about it. Umar started all this mess.
Yep.
It's an entertainment channel. He talked about entertainers.
Right.
So I responded because he talked about entertainers. No, I'm not going to talk about him on my news and political channel. There's no reason to because he's not saying anything that's worth me responding to on my bigger channels. No reason. But since he talked about entertainers, I respond to that. So don't come to me about no Umar. I don't care about that. I don't even know Umar like that. Anyway, Umar done had a bunch of crap. How he supposed to be so loving black people, but the way he talked about Cyrus said it that time. Calling them all kind of light skin this and all that. Wait a minute, you bring up colorism? You supposed to be talking about white supremacy all the time, Umar? Umar done done so many things, man.
Yep.
They just messed up his own credibility. But Umar, like I said, he should have learned from this lesson, and he needs to have a more balanced message.
Right.
He can disagree with something all he wants, that's fine. But he just needs to have a balanced approach because what you put out there and what people perceive from you in your messages, they expect you to live that. Umar is
Exactly.
not living that because
Yep.
somebody posted another video where this white woman was serving him. He called the woman gorgeous. He
Yep.
posted that. Umar is somewhere dipping in the snow bunny too. He is, and it's gonna be a matter of time when somebody really catch something that he doing. But y'all let me know what y'all think about old Umar over here. Like I said, he don't want y'all sisters to walk away from him. Cause like I said, y'all walk away. Like I said, Umar going on the streets.
Let me leave it with this commentary. I got another 10 minutes. Yeah, Umar's a narcissist. That's what it is. I mean, he don't see. He just don't think what he says. He just say things, and that's why people make videos of him and they mock him because he'll sit up there and he don't even he I think he just be saying it just to be saying it just to see what kind of response he gonna get up out of it. And people make believe that he's this guy and everything, and but his actions is just show. So he's slipping. I mean, it's clearly that he just and he like he said is right. It goes so the beneficiary of the money as far as black men if they die, it's gonna go to their families. It ain't gonna go back to the black community. And it's like he said, and I agree with that. If that's what it takes to, to look at it from that perspective, then you're making it all seem like it's about money. It's not about the person. But that's just an excuse just to say that. It goes to that individual. And basically, And that some of these women have already ran the men away. It's just like I made previous videos. It's like that guy like the news the guy was a nuclear scientist, and they say that he's too square, but they don't think about the future. Some of these women do not think about so that's why they go to the other communities, and they're gonna grab them, gonna snatch them up. You know, I see other channels, women saying that, even on some Hebraic channel, and it's like, hey, let people be what they be, and if some black people who are coming to the understanding who they are as a Hebrew or what is a man and woman, let them and God work that out. But it's just pointless when I see people making videos about that and they try to use the Bible out and saying, well, we're not supposed to be with other nations or whatever. And it's like, man, just worry about the people who you listen to. And I mean, you can point something out, and I'm going to make a suggestion is this. You can point something out about that. It doesn't mean that just because, for example, you can tell somebody that there's a God, but you always gonna find somebody that's trying to dispute you and say that they're atheists, they don't believe in God. So no matter what you say, and you can convince them, hey, you need to believe in God. Once you lay the truth out there and say that there's God, you've done your part and laid it out there that, hey, they need to believe in God. If they don't want to believe in God, that's on them. That's their choice. And that's what the Most High God, He died for us to have a choice on everything, whether it's wrong or right. The only thing you can do, but I think that when I see some certain channels doing that, it's like, why do you care? Worry about your own spouse and your own family, and focus on the people that do. Don't focus on the people that's not into. If they're black, they're not into the same thing you into. That's just them. I mean, it is what it is, and that's what I'm saying. Black people got to understand. Not all someone that look like you and you know that is going to agree with you. And so yeah, that video was spot on what he was saying, and he talked all the reason why he got real kid because he talked all this mess about being black and then criticizing celebrities who date